Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB. You are very, very welcome. Now, there's a new format to the show this week, and if you haven't already told me in the comments below what you think of the new format, please take a few moments to do so, because it really does help me to shape the show to best suit your needs. Right, well, it's Thursday, and what do we do on a Thursday? Yeah, we look at the oldies and the goodies. It's Throwback Thursday, and we'll have a look at a map that looks just like that. And then in the asset review, we've got this magnificent structure to look forward to. And the theme and the LUT combo are a very, very popular map, and 4 different LUTs to go with it. Right, well, today's map is Mjork, Scandinavian port by Refixul. Now, Mjork, and this is very inappropriate, does remind me of an Icelandic pop singer with a cleft palate. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Completely inappropriate, and I apologise to anybody who has a cleft palate, but I thought it was funny when I wrote it. Okay, what do we need off of the workshop? Well, the answer is the Tatra Mountains theme and the Terrain Themes mod obsolete. Well, to be honest with you, I can't get the Tatra Mountains terrain theme to work, probably because the terrain theme mod is obsolete. So I'm using Black Rock Mountain as the theme. Now we're starting down the actual road level to show you these rolling roads, and they seem absolutely fine, these rolling roads down at road level. But when we pop out and have a look here, they are really lumpy bumpy. We got the elevated road there, which is quite horrible if I'm honest with you. But actually down at road level, they're not that bad at all. I thought I'd start by showing you that because these roads aren't the best. They're not. But does it really matter when you get down the road level? Probably not. But aesthetically, when you're building a city, that's quite horrid. Like this bit here is all so ugly. They are very, very early roads, obviously, and they could be done better. Would need just a little bit of terraforming, a little bit glitching down the middle there. A little bit of terraforming just to flatten the roads out, and it would have been a lot smoother. Now we're going under this railway bridge, which is incredibly high for a railway bridge. We'll keep rolling. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. And yes, we got more lumpy bumpiness. Like I say, you can see it's definitely a build plane, but you can also see that the build plane is going to need quite a lot of terraforming, smoothing out. We've got a little bit of a overhanging tree here on the highway. It's not a big problem because in real life that would just be knocked back by trucks going through it, but I just thought I'd show it's overhanging. It wouldn't have caused a problem, to be honest with you. Yeah, so that's all good. But yes, the build planes aren't very flat. They look like they're going to be, but they're not, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Right, now the bridges, they're almost perfectly aligned. Maybe the uprights aren't parallel with each other. Could be a little closer together, but it's just a little bit slack, I'm afraid, to those bridges. Could be a lot tidier, and once again, another opportunity to plug my Perfect Bridges tutorial, which just Google Perfect Bridges Cities Skylines, or in the YouTube search bar. Don't Google it, use the search bar on YouTube and you'll find me very quickly, or just have a look in my playlists. Very, very helpful tutorial, and you'll have perfect bridges every single time. Right, anyway, so that's the highways. Just that one highway going right the way across the map. And then if we come back along the railway, we've got some overhanging, and we've got quite a bit of this going on. hanging into the live wires in the catenaries, and yeah, there, and there as well, and there as well, and there. And I'm going to stop going on about this. I think you get the gist of it, don't you? I think you get the gist. An awful lot of traffic going down there and using all the lanes. Now that's a pleasure to see. A pleasure to see. Makes an absolute change from what you normally see. Right, well anyway, these rails are as lumpy bumpy as the roads. This bridge though, actually not bad at all. Quite happy with that. Could be smoothed a little bit on the out there. Could have been terraformed into a cutting to allow that to go through. But still not too bad at all. Quite happy with that one. Yeah, so like I say, it's a little bit lumpy bumpy. And then we've got this little branch off here. And this is quite a high bridge over the highway. Which way should we go? Shall we have a look this way? Why not? Ah, it's the docks. Like I say, it just needs smoothing out. The whole thing just needs smoothing out. It was like the map was made, just needed tidying up all over. Just needs a little bit overhang there. That's very bad overhang. Yeah, just needs a big smooth brush taken to it, just to make it a little bit more build. Yes, the terrain in Sweden, I believe this is based in Sweden, in fact Scandinavian port, so quite possibly, can be pretty rugged, but I still think you're going to make the map at least playable. And once again, we're zigzagging up the mountain here. But even so, the whole point is to be able to take the mountain more smoothly. And this is just going to be a real struggle for any train. You're not really eliminating the slope by just doing right angle, 180 degree turns backwards and forwards like that. Just doesn't work. Not there anyway. What we've got here? Should we head off this way? There's fog that way. Okay. And there's fog that way. Okay. Wonder if there's any fog in the asset review today. I hope not, because we have the picturesque bridge, Moscow, by the Ping. Oh, the Ping's at it again. Asset corner seems to have got a little bit wet this time around, and we've got one of these custom bridges. I will be doing a tutorial fairly soon for those of you that want to know how to build custom bridges, because a couple of you have asked me how it's done, and I figure why not tell you. But it's just a lovely big monstrosity of a building, of a bridge. It's lovely. It's very, very nice, and of course the Ping it would be, wouldn't it? The picturesque bridge by Moscow by the Ping. Today's asset of the day is glorious. It's huge. It's mammoth. And it's now history. Gone. The Mjork Scandinavian port has shipping routes. You'd expect it to have shipping routes. Here they are. And they are just heading off into all the bays and all the docks. Pretty much wherever you want to go. All sorted. That's all pretty good. If you want to put your docks there. If you want to put them anywhere else, could be a problem. But hey. Right, water flow. Water flow all starts up here. Goes down the rivers. Anything back feeding? No, everything's pretty good there. Into the river outlets here. And out into the bay. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Let's just see how far these arrows go out. Pretty much all the way. Right the long way. And right up to the islands over here. Yeah, that's all good. Over here, anything over here? Yeah, arrows there as well. So yeah, you'll have no problem with water movement in this map. Right, let's have a quick fly around. Look at this. Up here, it looks really flat, looks really buildable. Interesting sandy splodges in the water as well. And then if we hit the river, we've got the beach there. Interesting river banks on either side. Nice not to have like the standard 1 block high banks, which do make it easy for dock building, but Actually, you don't really want that. A few drowned trees here. In fact, there's more than a few drowned trees around here. I suppose a few would be okay, I think. We've got a lot in there as well. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think there's too many. I think there's just a few too... And there's way too many here. There you go. That's overkill. Okay. Right. You can't be forgiven for that. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Right. I like that island. The island is good. The island is nice. And then we got this river coming down. This is a nice little waterfall off in the fog here. Heading up, and what we got up here? Yeah, it's all good. Shall we have a look at the build planes? There you go. Look at how rumpy bumpy that is. It's going to need a lot of terraforming just to smooth it out and be able to make some kind of like some smooth, easy build city. I appreciate a little bit of terrain undulation, but that's a bit much. Like over here in the fields, poor old farmer trying to farm these fields, he would really struggle with his combine harvester. Yeah. The beaches, pine trees on the beaches. I think they've come down a little bit too far. I don't mind some vegetation on the beaches, but what we've got here, I think, is just a bit too much. Don't think pine trees are big fans of sandy soil. Maybe they are, but it's not something that I can visualize. And then out here we've got this is quite nice actually. A lot of water flowing through here, quite treacherous, and a perfect location for the Essential Lighthouse. Yep, very happy with that one as well. So, what else have we got? What else have we got? Shall we? Islands. We haven't looked at the islands. Okay, well over here we've got some more beaches, and we've got that mountain up there. Is that a volcano? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the volcano. Is it? Yeah, it's a volcano. That's quite nice actually. That's quite nice. Quite sharp edged at the top. It's not the most realistic looking volcano I've seen, but I like that. That's pretty good. Some nice detailing around the edges here. A little bit aged in style, but it's still good. And this island, nah, I'm not so keen on that one. Doesn't seem to be shaped to go with the water flow. Right, let's settle down, and shall we give this thing some marks? I think so. Right, so aesthetically, I kind of like it, but I think it's a little bit too bumpy to get a 4th star, so I'm going to give that 3 stars there. Detailing, there are 1 or 2 quite nice bits. The lumpy bumpy road isn't particularly up to standard. I think I'm gonna give it just a 3rd star. Just a 3rd star there. Gameplay potential, I think there's a lot that needs to be done to this before you can really enjoy your gameplay. I think what I'll do for gameplay is I'll just give this 2 stars. So 3, 3 and 2 for Mjork, Scandinavian Ports by Refixul, and that is today's Throwback Thursday map. Well, there you are. I don't know if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if that was your kind of map. And now we will head on over to Themington to have a little look at today's theme review. Right, today we're looking at New Caledonia concrete, and we're using the 4 LUTs, which are top left hand corner, the vanilla temperate as always. And then the top right and the bottom left are the 2 your choice LUTs. These are the Definitive Vision and Overcast Natural. And in the bottom right hand corner, today's guest LUT is Cities Noire, which I think is a really nice, it's a real nice aesthetic of that, like 1940s, possibly somewhere around about that, the black and white era. And it's pretty good. It's got this real darkness to it as well. Might be a little bit too dark at night. I'll let you make your own decisions when we get to the dusk settings, which of course are filmed at 19:45 in the evening. Right, it's about time to have a little scout through some of my factoids. Shall we have a look and see what we've got today? How about women? God, you gotta love them, ain't you? Gotta love them and hate them. Well, anyway, 1 in 4 married women have a younger partner. So, if you're after like a more mature lady, 1 in 4 would probably be quite interested in you. Right, electricity, or electricity as I like to call it. It doesn't actually move through a wire, but through a field around the wire. Did you know that? Yeah, well now you do. Right, you know the letter I? That little vowel, sort of like the 9th letter of the alphabet. Is that right? Yes, it is right, yes. Well, you know the little dot on top of the I? That is called a tittle. I still call it a dot, mind you, but it's called a tittle. 55% of people yawn when they watch my show. No, sorry. 55% of people yawn within 5 minutes of seeing somebody else yawn. Reading about yawning also makes people want to yawn. Also, watching my show. An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. And that will surprise nobody. The bird brains that they are. Almonds are actually a member of the peach family. Did you know that? Nor did I, until today, when I refreshed my memory. Because like a goldfish, I've got a memory span of just 3 seconds. Although I think that's been disproven. I think the goldfish have been proven to actually have developed a kind of a longer term memory. They can remember routes and paths, etc. So it's a different sort of memory for a goldfish. But there's still some truth in there. The film Psycho. It was the first Hollywood film to show a toilet flushing. And it generated many complaints. I guess the stabbing in the shower scene was okay, but the flushing of the toilet, too risky. Too risque, even. Right, now, stewardesses, as in, like, ladies that work on aeroplanes, that kind of thing. Stewardesses is the longest English word that is typed with only the left hand. And I disagree, because I could type supercalifragilistic and all the rest of it with just my left hand. I do know what they're getting at here, as in touch type, yeah, touch typing. I'm not a touch typist, but I could type stewardesses or any word you like. I could type it with just my left hand because I am clever like that. What am I talking about? I have no idea. The only 15-letter word that can be spelled without repeating a letter is uncopyrightable. And I won't let you write that because that's my factoid, that is. It's uncopyrightable, that is. Ah, yes. 31 different shapes of UFO have been sighted, including the traditional saucer-shaped one. I'm interested in knowing what the other 30 different types of UFO have been. Anything shaped like Elvis's head, maybe. Could be, I guess. In the Stone Age, half of all people were left-handed. But today, only 5% of us are left-handed. Well, that's a curiosity. So I'm going to leave you with that thought for today. That half the people in the Stone Age were left-handed. wonder what happened to them. Were they bred out of existence, maybe? The right-handed ones rule, even though I can type left-handed. Right, so that concludes today. We'll go to our little fade out now. So anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I've been BonBonB. Don't forget you can click that link on the left hand side to see the most recent video, and click the one on the right to see another map in the What Map series. Hit the big circle in the middle to subscribe, and of course you can join me on Patreon to see my maps list and vote for upcoming maps as well. Patreon.com/BonBonB. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.